There's a new superhero movie coming out this weekend, The Marvels. And I'm looking forward to seeing it. I've kind of was curious about it. I saw the trailer. To me, it looked interesting. With Captain Marvel, you have Photon, and you have Ms. Marvel. Now, you may not be fully familiar with all these characters, but check the trailer out. You kind of get a view, get a glance of what's going on. And it looks, to me, it looks interesting. And so I'm looking forward to checking it out, and I hope that it will turn out to be a very good movie. But now, while looking on YouTube, I've seen lots of negative press on the movie. People have just criticized it. They panned it in every way you can think of. Everybody has a comment to make about the film, which hasn't even been released yet. So I find that really interesting. They're talking about how it's pre-sales are not meeting the standard. It's going to be less than what Ant-Man Quantumanium did. And unfortunately, I understand the movie was a disaster, although it made money. But I haven't seen that one yet. I'm looking forward to watching it anyway, because just to make my own opinion. But I would say that, I have an interest in the characters. Being a longtime Marvel fan from a kid on up, so I've always enjoyed it. And I knew that if they did the right thing with these films, they could be very good, with the stories. But the stories were very important. And they did a great job, the MCU, all the way from Iron Man to Endgame. That's fantastic because it got you invested. You cared about the characters. You wanted to know what was going on. Everything wasn't perfect, but it was good, and I thoroughly enjoyed those. And I knew what they could do. I always dreamt of, comic books being brought to life in these movies, and they did a fantastic job in that regard. Now, after Endgame, things kind of slowed down a little bit. They had the Disney Plus series and different ones. Some were okay, some were maybe not as good, but they were there. I still appreciated what they were doing. Just wanted the stories to be a little better. Sometimes they suffered in that regard. Now, of the Disney Plus shows, I think one of my favorites was The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. And people, I don't know if they're hating on that one too, because it's Anthony Mackie's taking over the role of Captain America. But if you have not seen it, check it out. I thought it was fantastic. They did a really good job. It got me invested. I really enjoyed what was going on with it. I look forward to seeing each episode. There were others that have come out. WandaVision, to me, that was okay. It wasn't quite as good. I preferred the Falcon and Winter Soldier. But I watched that as well as Loki and some of the others. But through it all, people are complaining so much these days about everything is bad, superhero fatigue, and people are tired of this. But if you're a true fan, it's not so much that you're tired of it, you just want good stories. So word out to DC, Marvel, and all the independents who are making these films. Guys, go back to the books, go back to real writing. Go back to the stuff that made it great in the first place. Tell good stories. People love good stories. Don't give us the stuff about the wokeness and about all of the diversity and all that stuff. Yes, certain things have its place, but the bottom line is story is king. If your story sucks, hey, you're going to lose your audience. So think about that. So that being said, I wanted to just throw my little piece in, my little comment. I said, I'm going to give it a chance. I think it could be a good film. I hope it does well. And even if it fails, okay, if it's a bad film, hey, I can admit that. But at least it's my choice. It won't be because of the mass that have decided. The council culture has just jumped in, and that's the end of it. And I'm supposed to jump right in and agree with them everything they do, which I do not. So I think this is a good thing to at least have a mind of your own. Make your own opinion. See it for yourself. You decide whether it's worth your money. And then hopefully we'll get better content. We'll get better story, better movies. So at this point, I say, guys, give it a chance. Let's see what it's all about. If it fails, okay, we can accept that. But I'm doing it because of my own judgment, not because of all the haters out there who do what they do best, hate. So hang in there. We'll try to let you know what we think once you see the movie. Take care.